If you look at the way that our economy is slowing, you look at the particular pressures in our economy, it's a combination of global economic uncertainty, persistent but moderating inflation, and higher interest rates. Oh, it's the Reserve Bank governor. Oh, it's the global economy. Oh, it's everyone except himself.
You know why they do that? Oh, it's the previous government. Oh, it's them not doing the right things. Oh, right. You know what they do? If you look back, there's a pattern, right? They use the blame game. Because as far as they're concerned, they're all there to get in just to have fun. Who wants to be in to try to fix it, but you'll fail, and if you don't, I'm going to have a go at you, and then I'm going to get in there to try to fix it, and they have this thing with their little game about they all want to be king, and they all know better, so they yell and go off at each other because they're not there to connect. They're there to go, I'm better than you. So when you're there to go, I'm better than you, what do you see, people? You see bickering. Right? Instead of people just doing what's meant to be done. Right? They go, well, this is meant to be done. And then they go, we just don't want it. What are you going to do about it? Well, that's not the case, you know. And when they do that, who's there to punish them? Do the people really get up on it? Does the news punish them? Can the news really punish anybody when everyone knows that news is just pretty much propaganda, fake news and stuff like that? If you want people to punish people, they need to make sure that they believe who goes to punish them. And if they can't get to a point where people can't believe anything, then there's no one to punish anybody for real because no one knows who to trust, you see. And so what's another trick the government does to try to make it look like it wasn't just their fault? They go, oh, we'll do a tax cut. And because of these tax cuts we did, we'll just being nice. That's why we've got a bit of a debt. We can't help it. And we gave you the tax cut to try to get you to do this so you can spend a little bit more. We're hoping you'll give you some of your money back. You'll give us the money back and then spend even shitloads more because how much we give you and then what we're going to get back in tax, you're going to have to spend a lot to get that $900 back to us. Right? So we're hoping when we give you that will spark you up and you'll go out and do things. But if you don't and you just spend onto your debt and don't put in extra and stuff like that to the parts where they make tax, then they only put you in a deeper tax hole. Right? And if you look back in history, in a lot of governments, you'll see them doing that exact same thing, and they repeat it and repeat it. And what they're doing is they want to repeat it one day that'll hopefully work. They keep hoping. They've got a lot of hope. I understand that. But you should make sure you do something different. So if you want something to see that might be it, then tweak it a little bit. And you hear a lot of these tweakings as they do. But really, I think they need to head a whole different direction and do wise investments and wise policies and wise thinking of how to spend the money and where we should spend it on dams and this dam will make money. Wise decisions, because every time they do something and it's not a wise decision, that adds on to the debt that they're already in. In the last 30 years or so, you know, it's been pretty up and down. We've been pretty much always in debt, right? And when it goes to neutral or low, you don't see it there long because some idiot comes in and goes, well, we're in low debt, let's spend the credit card now. And it goes up and down, all the time because it's a fun game for them. It's not serious. Because if it was serious, they would act a little bit more like a business, right? You're not meant to be a business because business is not really there for people. The businesses are serious about where they're going to invest their money. See, when you just use your credit card and you're just looking after your family, how I talked about people just spend money at the Servo and stuff like that instead of, you know, perhaps getting drinks and stuff like that, instead of spending a shitload of money here and there, and then it all adds up. Huh? That's what the government does. It's not wise with its credit card. It's like a parent. He goes, oh, my kids are whinging. I had to buy this and this and that and this and that, and I didn't repair earlier, and I just had to do this, and I thought this was a good idea because the kid said it, or my friend said, you got to do this because I do this for my kids. And so on, you know what I mean, people? And so that's what we get. And so every time they do certain steps like tax cuts, you would want to make sure it really works out. And if it doesn't, who gets into trouble? So that's the thing, isn't it? Why people can make such decisions so wrongly is there's no bad outcome, really, except you might look bad. But yet, everyone who goes into politics looks bad to someone, they all end up looking bad. They bag each other out to make sure of it. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there. You let me know in comments your thoughts on about tax cuts and should we get tax cuts to try to make the economy better. we see the point, but do you really believe the government can do it? No, I don't think so. Do you believe they've spent the money earlier so you can get $900 and then all of a sudden get somewhere? Who knows? Because if they fail, you're going to see yourself in a worse spot again. They do things where if they fail, it becomes even worse. Where if you change policies and stuff like that, where it can help with finance, policies can make things worse. Oh, they change this, do that, do this. Can't do this, can't do that. And then people can't earn money. Right? And so they've got to get this between the credit card and policies, and you work that out, and then you'll fix it. Now I can bring out a whole bunch of ideas, right? Which is what I like talking about. It's not too hard when you get your priorities straight and you know your facts and how to research to get that right. You know what I mean? And then you can get your project in, you can go in, and you need to be a quick learner, and you can get your facts, and you go, all right, for this business, I went and checked out the businesses. They're all struggling about that. Give me the paperwork. What can we do in policies as a government and myself that I could change? And then, even better as a government, what can I do? And go back and give them advice about what they should do, right? And some changes on how to make things better. And what advice had they got from me to also listen to help me out to make right decisions, right? Anyway, that's all apparently what they do. And 20 years later or more since they've been doing that, and we're in a worse boat now. So what's going on? It's the previous government. Have a good one and see you later.